The Triple B Podcast would like to invite you to come break bread with your brothers. If you like what you're hearing on the show, if you think we missed the mark, or if we got it all wrong, reach out to us on social media. We can be reached on Twitter at triple_B_pod or search Brothers Breaking Bread Podcast. We are the Brothers Breaking Bread on Facebook, and our email is brothersbreakingbreadpod@gmail.com. Further descriptions are in the show notes. Like, follow, friend, do all that good stuff, and please never forget to break bread with your brothers.
How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up? How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up? How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up?
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Brothers Breaking Bread Podcast in the house. Hey.
We're having a little potluck. It'll be good.
Yeah, let's make it happen. Let's not just talk about it. This is a beautiful thing, man. It's all this blackness, and we all just getting together, we playing dominoes, we eating, we drinking. And, you know, food is always just the extra, man. They deprive these people of their basic human rights, you know, and we call ourselves Americans. We're supposed to be above all this.
They'll fake the crisis. They'll make it seem way out of proportion.
We brothers, we breaking bread.
How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up?
Trying to hold it all together, man. Life is moving fast right now, man. So it's good to have everybody come through. I love that, man. I love it a lot more than I could say to you guys.
You need to say clearly what happened. I fucked August. Yeah, but I need to know specifically everything that happened. Like y'all fucking, how did that happen? Well, his dick got into an entanglement with my pussy. That's what I said. Did you like his dick? Yes. I'ma kill this bitch. Oh my God, here you go. You said you wasn't gonna get mad. So let me ask you, did you suck his dick? I mean, that is a part of sex, isn't it? Who you fucking bitch? You know I should strangle the fucking shit out of you right now. So where did he come? See, you wouldn't know about this, but when you got some good ass dick and every inch is inside me and you just...
Okay. Anyway, so that is a highly edited version of was that 2 years ago?
Yeah, something like the Red Table Talk.
Yeah, Red Table Talk 2 years ago when it came out that Jada had sex with on here they say Will's boy, but it's actually his son's friend.
Yeah.
And we talked about on the show too. Perceptions and all that shit like that. If it was the other way around, there was a male having sex with a young lady who was friends of their daughter Willow, it would have been very different. But yeah, so that's kind of leads you in a dark history of this whole relationship couple. So if you haven't been out there, you've been hiding under a pillow. Chris Rock. I almost said Chris Tucker, but Chris Rock was headlining or the MC for the Oscars, aka Academy Award shows.
Well, no, he wasn't MC.
He was just the entertainer. He was just the entertainer.
Entertaining. My bad. I don't watch the shit, so my bad. Thank y'all.
Yeah. Right. No, they had a black producer. I guess Will Packer, I believe.
Yeah, I knew that.
And they had 3 women. Wanda Sykes is one of them.
Yes.
I think it was Regina Hall.
Regina Hall. And Regina Hall. Yeah, Regina Hall.
Yeah, there you go. So.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm an entertainer. Doing his segment for a presentation, made some jokes. One being about Jada Pinkett. She was bald head. Had a bald head, shaved, bald, trimmed haircut. Made something about G.I. Jane joke, which went to what's her name? This white lady's name.
Demi Moore.
Demi Moore, thank you.
Demi Moore.
Demi Moore being G.I. Jane, where she cut her hair off to fit in with the rest of the boys. Yeah, come to find out, I guess Jada Pinkett has alopecia, or suffers from alopecia. I guess that was supposed to be the impetus of everybody getting upset. Will hopping on stage after telling Chris Rock, keep my wife's name out your motherfucking mouth. And
no, you got to reverse.
Yeah, you got it backwards.
What?
Yeah,
he smacked him first.
With no words. With no words. Yeah.
No, there were words. Those words.
It wasn't until he sat down. It wasn't until he sat down he said it.
No.
Bro, yeah, come on, man.
We right, bro. Yeah.
Come on, man.
He walked up. Chris Rock
walked up
about G.I. Jane that Jada could star in, was going to be starring in G.I. Jane 2.
Right.
And it looked like Will kind of. I only watched it like once or twice, but it looked like Will kind of giggled. Just gave the obligatory.
Oh, he laughed.
Yeah, and obviously everybody to see.
Will Smith did.
And then he got up. He saw Jada's face. Then he got up, walked up the stairs, and smacked the shit out of Chris Rock. And then when he was walking back down, he said, when he was walking back down, he said, "Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth." And he sat down, and Chris Rock was like, "It's a G.I. Jane joke." And he repeated, "Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth." That's how it was.
Uh-oh, Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's.
There we go. And then where we at? Okay, back over here.
I forgot he did say Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, my bad. Wow, Lupita. Oh, y'all can't see this screen. Hold on. I'll scroll back over. My bad. Goddamn. I didn't want to do that. Sorry.
Yeah.
Lupita.
There's Lupita Nyong'o behind him. Like,
her face expressions told it all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. She was like,
I don't know if it was like, I can't believe it, or I'm going to give him some draws too. But somewhere in between. Yeah, so then this happens, and then here we are with everyone and everything. And I don't know. Because it's like, if this happens anywhere else, this is a very uneventful thing, right?
Right. So I was thinking about it, and I started it off with, okay, Will Smith was right for defending his wife. But then I start thinking more and more about it. Because I had a conversation with my ex-wife about the situation. And she said, no, Will Smith was wrong for doing it anyway, regardless.
You had a doubt that he was wrong?
No, I was saying
he's not alone. He's not alone. I had some conversations with my track team and the coaches, and I was floored by some of the opinions that people had on this.
So I agree. I will say here, like, so before we get to everybody else outside, because I was also surprised by some of the responses. So, like, as far as the brothers here, like I'll say me, so there's no like hidden trickery. I think Will was wrong.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
No, I agree. I mean, me personally, I think if he needed to address it, there's other ways, bro. Because there's a lot of other circumstances that play into that right there. That if that's not Will Smith, like yeah, man, it's just so many other layers to what happened there, man. It's kind of wild. Because he doesn't slap Jimmy Kimmel like that. Guaranteed. He don't slap Will Ferrell like that. Guaranteed.
Right.
He doesn't slap Dave Chappelle. He doesn't slap Dave Chappelle like that.
I don't think he slapped Kevin Hart like that.
Kevin Hart, maybe.
I don't think so.
He might smack the shit out of Kevin Hart.
He a little.
I don't know though.
I say Dave Chappelle because Dave Chappelle ain't no little nigga. And Dave Chappelle got like he got something to him where I think Dave Chappelle be like, oh, okay, nigga, this is what we doing.
But Dave Chappelle's star is almost as big as Will's. You know what I'm saying? I think Chris is big, but not nearly on Will's level. You know what I'm saying? I think Dave is damn near on Will's level. You know what I'm saying?
Damn near. Yeah, damn near.
And also, I think
he's pretty big though, man.
Go ahead.
Chris is big. Chris is big,
but it's not as big as Will's. But yeah.
But
regardless, though, Sunday night shouldn't have happened.
But
I mean,
so what was you? Hold on, Tim. What was you? You were saying you talked to your ex-wife and what?
So at first, I was like, yeah, Will was right for defending his wife. But then I get to talking to my ex-wife. She said, no, he was all wrong on that part because there was other ways he should have handled that. Mm-hmm. You know, he should have been the bigger man. And then as she get to saying, well, he should have been the bigger man, I kind of agreed with that because I would have been the bigger man and said, hey, bro, I didn't appreciate that shit you said about my wife. You need to keep my wife's name out your motherfucking mouth. But I would have handled it off stage, out of the public eye.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, Will has a brand, okay? He has a brand. He has, he has movie companies. He has, I don't know if he still has record companies and everything, but he has production companies and he has, this image that, not only that we see, but white people see as their fucking hero. And so when they see their hero do something as heinous as this, that casts a shadow over their perception. And then, shit gets all fucked up and things like that. So I was like, yeah, you're right. You're kind of right about that, that he should have handled that way better than that and stuff like that. I understand defending your wife and everything like that, but there are ways to do it. And times to do it. Go ahead.
I say this, man. I'm gonna be a fucking unaccredited psychologist for a second, and but I think he just, and I ain't about to get like hella deep or nothing, but I just think I think that clearly it was more involved in it than that, and I'm not saying
I think so too.
And I'm not saying anything necessarily even involving Chris Rock. Even though I'd have heard some things, but I don't know the exact, I don't know the validity of all the shit that I heard, so I'm not even gonna go into that. But it's some, Will Smith has been the butt of a lot of jokes, throughout his career, even when he was a rapper, when he started acting, you know what I'm saying? And then, we just, before we got into this topic, we talked about the entanglement situation, and, he pretty much just swallowed that. You know what I'm saying? And we done seen the memes and shit. You know what I'm saying? We done seen a little shit on the internet about that, connecting that shit. So, I just think the motherfucker just snapped, And also, I will say, too, that I have alopecia also. And, I first got it, my freshman year at the end of my freshman year in college. I went to go get my hair cut, and my barber was like, you got some bald spots in your hair. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, what? Because it was in places that I couldn't see. And
right. Of course.
And so anyways, to make a long story short, it progressed. You know what I'm saying? So my whole sophomore year, I shaved my head and I wore a baseball cap. You know what I'm saying? My whole sophomore year. You never saw me without a baseball cap on. I remember being up in Brady Commons one time. And we was just standing out in the hall, in between the food court and the bookstore. And I was talking to some chicks or something, and I hadn't shaved my head in a couple of days, and you could see the patches real good, but I had a hat on, and this chick, we were just talking, fucking around, and shit. She snatched off my hat,
Oh shit!
And I was extremely embarrassed and shit. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm a young, I'm 19, 20 at this time. And I didn't do nothing. I'm not saying, I smacked the bitch or nothing, but that's how I suffered. They didn't arrest me, but I used to live at Tiger Village, which used to be right across the street from a Walmart. It was the first Walmart here in Columbia on Stadium, for those of y'all that went to school here and whatnot. And I went over there, Tiger Village right across the street, so I went over there and I wanted to check out a new one of those electric shavers, but it was I'm a college student and it was a little pricey, so I tried to steal it and I got caught. You know what I'm saying? And they took me to the back room and shit, and and I was telling them what the deal was, and they actually, to their credit, they they let me go. You know what I'm saying? They just, you know, and you know, so I say all that to say is that Will has seen. So, you know, I'm a man, and you know, my vanity and you know my ego and all that shit got to me so much that you know I went to go and steal some shit. You know, so as a woman, you know, I'm sure that's a hell of a struggle, man. So, you know, I'm sure he's seen her being, you know, they together for however, you know, as long as they've been together. You know, he's seen the struggles that she go through and the emotions and shit. So, you know, I think that, you know, he was going to play it off, you know, like people normally do at those sorts of events when the comedian makes a joke because they're sitting right there in the front row. You know, you just kind of laugh it off. But then he looked at her face, and I think that just triggered some shit, man. And a whole bunch of shit came up, and, you know, that motherfucker saw red or whatever and just smacked the shit out of him, you know.
I have a question, though, man. Like, with the alopecia, like, how, like, on this call, on this phone right now, how many of y'all knew she had alopecia?
I didn't. Yeah,
so
I didn't.
To add what
us,
you're saying,
right?
To add what you're saying too, also AC, she's put out, I won't say numerous because that sounds like a lot, but a few videos where she talks about loving and embracing her bald head because for so long she had to have a European quote unquote style of beauty and hairstyle.
True, but what I was saying, like, but
So I'm adding to what you're saying, where it's like she ain't talking about alopecia. She talked about loving her bald head.
Right. No, I get that part too, because she was, you know, being, you know, trying to embrace it. Okay, but my point was like, how if us on the phone right now didn't know, how many people actually knew, right? Like that she actually had it at that time, like. Because I'm Chris Rock is a smart man. Am I wrong? So Chris,
no, you're not wrong about that.
Would never knowingly.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah,
I don't think it would have been malice about something like that.
Who's going through something like that that they're really sensitive about and is really full blown, like everybody knows. Right. I mean, I know comedians are rough, but I don't believe that he would attack it in that form. And then the second part of that. Hold on 1 second. The second part is that Will Smith is just as smart as any one of us on this phone. So everything that we just mentioned, that him making that decision in that moment, dog, what the fuck was going on? You know what I'm saying? Like to because Joe said it in the chat. On international TV, nigga, you gonna walk up in the middle of a live award show and slap another grown celebrity in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Where does all of that shit come from? Because that's
that was some deep shit, bro.
Yeah,
but I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm struggling, right? Because like for the but even before all this shit happened, I like watching comedians, right? I like listening to podcasts, like podcast comedians, and I was watching some Robin Harris shit, bro. Like this nigga on stage, not celebrities, just regular niggas who
just roasting,
who paid to come watch this nigga and roasting their ass up live.
Yeah,
everybody laughing, right? But also as y'all alluded to, I think there's more. Like as Zeb said, I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a social worker. But we also on this podcast have talked about their relationship, this red table shit, where this niggas, they whole relationship and Will Smith's manhood has become a meme.
Right.
Over the past 2 years, you know what I'm saying? Has become a meme. So he look over there and see that his wife is in distress, and he's like, I don't want to think for this nigga, but like, as we said, I'm a firm believer in what. It ain't got shit to do with Chris Rock. I agree. It happened to be Chris Rock was a nigga there that was saying something, and he
triggered it.
And so maybe it do that. Chris Rock is now the face of this nigga's question the manhood. Cause to me, it's like nigga, y'all front stage at a comedy show, and everybody knows front stage at a comedy show
You know you
go to some jokes.
You're a fucking target.
You can't tell me 2, 3, 4 years ago this same shit happened. Will Smith on that stage slapping this nigga. I don't think it's happening. But you add on all this shit been happening for the last 2 years with this nigga in their marriage and their family and everything else. The way even if all that shit with Augusta, August, whatever that nigga's name is, even that shit out there, we clowning this nigga's kids, his wife and their kids, and the way they choose to conduct 2 successful kids on top of that. That gets dismissed all the time. Yeah. But the fact that they different. Here's
the thing though, like, but niggas is still shooting rumors out about his kids too.
That's what I'm saying. And as I hate when people do that shit because 10 doesn't have kids, but he has kids he cares about. So we all have kids to care about. But niggas that got children, like the wife is one thing, but you out here talking about my kids, nigga.
Right.
You talking about I'm letting a nigga, some weird dude fuck my daughter up in the bedroom. I'm allowing this and that with my son.
Right.
So all this shit goes on, bullshit. And it all equals the same thing. Your manhood being questioned and becoming a meme every day. That fucks with a nigga. I don't care how much money you got.
Bro, look, man. I think it's this deep, bro. Like, I mean, this has been going on I remember watching Arsenio Hall the first time. When Arsenio Hall first had the Arsenio Hall show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever channel we used to come on, I don't remember. But, and Ice-T was the guest on there. And somehow Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince got brought up. I don't remember the conversation. But what I do remember was Ice-T saying that basically he don't fuck with that bubblegum rap. You know, they said that bubblegum shit.
Right.
You know, he was calling him soft. Now, this was the early days of Jazzy Jeff Fresh Prince. We also know that I believe they were the first rap group, a rap act to win a Grammy.
Yes.
And they didn't go to the award show. They didn't accept their Grammy because they were protesting the Grammys because of its racist
because it wasn't going to be on. It was going to be on TV. I think.
That part. Yeah, that's it. You're right, Joe. You're right. Yeah, that part of it wasn't because they didn't air the rap awards at that. You know, the rap section at that time.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, they was the first winners. You know, so like they standing up. They standing up on some real shit. But you got one of the most well respected, especially back then, rappers. You know, one of the hardest, you know, called the Buffalo. So I'm saying, man, like he been dealing with this shit for a long time, man. It's been a long build up, and like Stuart was just talking about with the, you know, his manhood's been being questioned, you know, and that shit just all it came to a head, I think, man, you know.
Hey, like you could even take it deeper, like the movie. Like, he had the TV show Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but like, the movie that broke this nigga in, 6 Degrees of Separation, this nigga is like some weird-ass dude is having some kind of weird-ass relationship with this white-ass family. And that's a whole nother thing. Whatever. So, but back to, like you saying, Zeb, I think it comes to that manhood shit, bro. And then, like, you a little older, and then I am sure, I'm not sure. But we can play the clip of Chris Rock, like, firing some shots at Jada back in, like, what was that, 2000?
I think it was about 6 years ago, whatever it was.
Something like that. Yeah,
like saying, like, the whole thing, like, she boycotting the Grammys. Or, my bad, the Grammys. She boycotting the Oscars. It's like me boycotting fucking Rihanna's panties. I wasn't invited there either.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Which is funny. Which is a funny fucking joke.
It's like the G.I. Jane.
Much funnier than G.I. Jane.
Yeah, the G.I. Jane shit would have got like a but that shit right there though, that would have been like that's pretty good, Chris.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. We don't know. We're not psychiatrists. We're not psychologists. Once again, we're not social workers. I don't know, but you can't tell me like a nigga like that, who's come up through the ranks of Hollywood, all this other shit, ain't strong enough to fucking deal with a G.I. Jane joke. That ain't, like we keep saying, I don't think it got shit to do with Chris.
Right. No, exactly.
Not at all.
If anything, we literally witnessed a blackout on live television. Like, because that's the only only other excuse that I can see for him just like saying fuck everything. I don't give a fuck what happens next. Like,
yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
Only explanation I can see is you witnessed a live blackout on national television. Like that nigga just lost touch with all reality.
Just
one moment
checked
and
out.
Fuck it. Now, granted, I can't walk up to work and do that shit to the average white man. Nigga, I'm going to fucking jail. But you been Will Smith, nigga, like that nigga felt like the Teflon Don in that moment. Like, nigga, I don't give a fuck who looking.
But he felt like Juwan Howard out this moment.
But what you were saying, AC, there might be something that said that because he did to another nigga. End of the day,
right? Oh yeah, I mean, just like Jim Carrey said, like I mean, any other with Chris Rock not pressing charges and not wanting the police call. If that's anybody else, number one, I don't believe in my mind that he does it. And two, if it is somebody else, that nigga's going to jail and catching a hot lawsuit.
For sure.
No matter who else it is.
And we got a few more tabs, but like that kind of is a very sloppy way to go into the question of like people see this shit, right? They see a black man slap another black man, and the narrative is like, black anger and all kind of shit like that, and how this blackness ruined this award show. But it totally gets dismissed on the reaction of Chris Rock of being another black man who decided to still stay professional.
Right. And I don't know if I would have been able to do that. So I really do.
First off, I applaud. I do applaud Chris Rock for just staying. After it happened, he just went straight into and stayed. Yeah, went straight into his presentation, and then all the way up until the end. And I was like, wow, that's class.
Yeah, I mean, that's why everybody thought it was like, was this real or not? Because he played it so fucking smooth. You know what I'm saying? That you was like.
But if you watch the after video, man, that nigga in his mind, he was willing, boy. When you seen him trying to present that award,
I didn't see any more.
You got to look at him finish presenting the award. That nigga's look like back of his mind. He's like, man, I should go down there and fuck this nigga up. But he's trying to stay on point. He's trying to stay on point, and he did stay on point. But you could tell in the back of that nigga's mind, he's like, I'm not gonna fuck up my bag. But nigga, if we was outside, I would kick your fucking throat in. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, AC, you said, if it was anybody else, they would have pressed charges and filed a lawsuit.
Press charges on.
I'm not.
Or especially if it was somebody not of color.
I won't be surprised. I'm not surprised that he didn't press charges, and I won't be surprised if he does file a lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck the charges. I'm gonna file a lawsuit on your ass. I'm gonna get this. I don't know about this paper. I don't need it.
I think he's winning anyway.
He is.
Oh yeah,
but still, it's a principle involved.
But he ain't got to file no charge against Will Smith.
He ain't got to press. He don't have to file a lawsuit either.
But hold on, you talk about the Oscars and the Academy. I mean, but then
he can sue them.
You get to
you're right.
Does he want to do that? Because it's like you asked me to come here and perform a service.
Yeah,
and when I was assaulted, my safety was not provided for. And on top of that,
that would be the move. Actually, you're right.
My aggressor was not. But then you get to the thing though. Even white folks and niggas got to say, "Am I going to sue the Academy?"
Right, because I mean,
that's true.
Right. The Academy has done well by him over the years. You know what I'm saying?
That's true too.
Yeah. Of course. So I think that is so like it's like if I sue Will Smith, okay, I get hated by the black folks that middle area of black folks who fuck with me and Will Smith. And also his fans, blah, 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 right? Whatever. But then, if I go ahead, Joe. Go ahead, Joe.
No, I was going to say, like, it doesn't even make sense to sue because this nigga's winning. He took an L tonight. He's become a meme. I got that, okay? But he's selling out shows now. And it's like on some Fat Joe shit.
His tickets.
Yesterday's price is not today's
It's
price.
not.
Right.
Yeah, because I think the next day his tour started.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, his tour started the next day.
But bro, this is what I'm saying
out.
though. I'm saying this though, bro. It's the principle. Like if I was in Chris Rock's position, I'm not gonna say what I would do if I was Chris Rock, but if I was in this position, I think I would I don't know whether I would or not, but I would seriously consider suing and not give a fuck about the outcome of the lawsuit or any of that shit. I'm gonna just make it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's just me and my pettiness. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I gotta get some get back, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because really, what I really think for me, really, man, it was more disrespectful what he did after he slapped him. He turned his back on him and walked down the motherfucking stairs back to his chair.
That is
like you gonna smack me
we talk about that at work. That is
and then turn your back on me? Like I ain't about to do shit.
Like Jim West.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Like I might have snapped there, and I might have kicked that motherfucker in the back down them steps. You know what I'm saying? But if I didn't do that, then my pettiness would have switched to
because he walked away
I'm gonna sue this motherfucker.
Like he ain't even a threat.
Yeah, right. Like he ain't even a threat, bro.
But what I was trying to say though, is that you don't think this nigga about to get he's gonna cash out with a Netflix deal.
It don't matter. That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm saying like it don't matter. It ain't about the money.
Now listen. I got you, Jay. I hear you. I'm saying to you,
know that
for you, it's not about the bag. But I'm saying to you, we don't know what Chris Rock's mindset is. I'm saying, as if he engages in all these other things, does he get the bag that's coming his way? Because I'm telling you, the bag is coming his way.
I think so.
Netflix,
I don't think it would matter.
Pay this nigga a ridiculous sum of money to hear the story. If he's tied up,
anyway.
Listen, man, come on. If he's tied up in litigation, he's not gonna be able to say his story, man.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
So Joe's right.
Yeah.
Joe's right.
So if
on that part, yeah, you're right.
So why do that shit and get a little bag of money when you can go out here and get Netflix to pay you the big bag?
And
I don't, man.
I also pulled up. I didn't know this, but after the slap shit, it's been. I mean, I guess it's been coming out and also being revisited because I didn't know. Like in 2020, Chris Rock talked about some of his learning disabilities, and there's also for a few years before the slap or whatever, however you want to put it, that he might have Asperger's or be on the spectrum and things like that. But he's definitely diagnosed as an adult who lacks the ability to recognize certain social cues, which is Asperger's, lower spectrum and stuff. If you read about that stuff,
right?
That's a lot of comedians then. Shit.
Yeah. It might be a lot of comedians, but it's like I said, this shit came out like 20. What did this shit come out? September 20, 2020.
Yeah.
Talking about him being diagnosed with a learning disability as an adult, things of that nature. Last week about his non-verbal learning disorder and how it's affected his day-to-day life. So yeah, but I mean, I think there's a lot. We not we, but we as a society have recognized people who we think are geniuses in their fields and things of that nature. And a lot of times, it comes out that they have a certain quirk that may delay them in recognizing certain things, which also provides them the ability to go forward in other areas. So yeah. So, but yeah, man.
I want to bring it back though because I think we jumped about it. It still fucking floored me how many people thought Will was right.
I was amazed.
I was one of them.
Okay, so
why?
Like real talk, real talk.
Yeah, why?
No, I did it. And the reason why I say that because he was simply defending his wife.
But you can defend your wife in other ways. That are not that.
No.
And I totally agree with that.
Yeah, Tim came back. He said he initially changed his aspect of it. I was talking to the kid. The kids were again. They see things on the surface and they don't dig deep.
Of course.
So I had this conversation and I said, look, I've got to take advantage of this moment and I have to discuss this because. One, I'm doing more and trying to build athletes, trying to build young men and women. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, right. Exactly.
And so we took a chance to time to discuss this, and basically, the kids were like, "Oh yeah, that's what I need to do," because that's what they think. They think, "Oh, somebody disrespect me, I'm gonna go up and slap him," and then we suspend it for 10 days. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly. Mm-hmm.
And so, and then the circumstances become more dire when you get outside the bubble of high school. You know what I'm saying? And they need to understand that the shit that you would do emulating Will Smith is not going to happen to you because you're not Will Smith. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm in the text thread and I'm trying to explain to them, that on the surface, this nigga's wrong off top. You know what I'm saying? Initially, it wouldn't even question for me. He was wrong. You know what I'm saying? And I have affinity for both of them as performers.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But, you know what I'm saying? So I, take that away from, you know what I'm saying? But just on the surface, a black man slapping another black man is a problem. A man slapping another man, period, human being is a problem. Mm-hmm. Doing that shit on fucking international TV is a fucking problem.
Mm-hmm.
And so none of this is to be none of it's reality for the rest of the world. And two, it's not to be emulated. But then I did this on a text thread. The kids are kind of going back and forth. Some of the kids are kind of seeing my way of thinking. And they're like, yeah, that's just wrong. You know what I'm saying? And they may not thought that initially, but after the I laid out some points, and they were like, yeah, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Then my assistant coach, who is retired, you know what I'm saying? He's retired from teaching, but he still coaches. And he came out with the same kind of mindset that Tin has, and I don't think he's backed off of it either. That Chris Rock was the problem.
Mm-hmm. Really?
For being disrespectful. And I'm like,
okay,
but Chris Rock is a comedian. That's his job. That's what he does.
And that's part of the reason why I kind of backed off a little bit too. But I'm like, well, Chris Rock was doing his job. Mm-hmm. He's basically doing his job. He's doing what he gets paid to do.
But
absolutely, and that's make people laugh.
But can we take it a step? Even if you're not doing your job, and we kind of had a talk at work, and I don't know if it's just black men, but men in general, right? We talk about, especially nowadays, last 2 years, male being toxic and masculinity and all that shit, right?
Toxic masculinity.
But there is still a certain segment of society or society just in general that expects men to behave in a certain way when the woman or women in their lives, not threatened physically, but whether it just be through words, there's still a part of society that expects us to act in a toxic way, and we're not masculine. We're not men. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that we don't talk about when we're talking about it at work. And it's like we think that Will is a man because he quote unquote protected his wife, and we think at the same point in time, we're also saying there are people that are saying that Chris Rock is less of a man because he didn't attack Will Smith.
And they did, and that's just ridiculous to me.
But I'm saying, it's the confusing part sometimes of being a man. It's like masculinity is toxic until you want me to be a man and defend your honor or defend your family or do whatever. And at the same, but it's not thinking yeah. If somebody kicking the door and my kids are here, that's not being a man. That's just a human defending his cubs or his children or my house.
But that's basically being a man because you're being a protector.
But hold on. But let's take it like we all grew up as we all young niggas, right? We all grew up as young niggas, and he tried to holler at your girl. You gotta do something. He hollered at your girl, not touched her. He tried to holler at your girl. Now we got to fight.
Oh, okay.
And that shit echoes on to when we become husbands and fathers. Someone says, "Oh, he just said hello to your wife in a certain way. Now you got to go fight." This man at an award show made a joke about your wife. Now you got to fight because if you don't, you're less of a fucking man. And then the nigga that you slapped, if he don't fight you back, now he less of a man. And then when y'all kill each other, we toxic.
Right.
But we don't talk about that shit, and they wonder why we fucked up sometimes, right? I'm just saying. I know we just niggas. I know we just niggas here. We might all be wrong.
And this is, you know what I'm saying, 20-year-old Joe thinks different than 40-year-old Joe. You know what I'm saying? Right. But the most manly thing that happened on that show was On With The Show from Chris Rock. You know what I'm saying? That was the most manly thing that happened in that whole situation.
Bruh.
Yeah, I agree.
Because at work, I recognize the fact that I said, the biggest adult in all of that was Chris Rock. But like we said, shit, I don't even know if 40-year-old Roger, if a nigga slapped me, I'm like, right. You know what I'm saying? Right. I don't know if I'm able to at that point in time to do it.
I know.
But like I said to somebody, I ain't Chris Rock.
Right. But that's funny, bro. It's funny you niggas said that because when I was watching the video for the first time, the first thing I said, I'm thinking back to my own self, you know, like at 21, 22, I'm like, damn, I would have been like, damn, that nigga Will Smith hard. But then I'm thinking to myself now, and the first thing I said was, damn, Chris Rock was a soldier for that shit, bro. That's the first thing out my mouth. Because I was like, it could have been me. You know what I'm saying?
And the biggest loser is, and we just talked about on the show without talking about it, is a society that says Will Smith ain't a man if he don't go up there and slap Chris Rock. Is the same society that says that Chris Rock is less of a man because he didn't do shit. What the fuck is the problem?
Exactly.
So I don't know exactly how to, I feel there's a better way to present this than I'm going to.
Well, just put it out there.
Basically we're saying that, you know, well, not basically, but part of what we're saying is that it's not really appropriate to, or manly even, to react with physical violence to, you know, from something that somebody said. You know what I'm saying? Where they ain't threatening you in any real, they're not threatening you or yours in any real way.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So while y'all were talking, I was thinking about a clip that I think that we've shown a few times, or a couple of times, where there's some people in a restaurant. I feel like it's like a Golden Corral or something, but I don't remember exactly. Or Applebee's maybe. And the white dude is saying something about niggers, but he's not calling, from my memory, and from what I interpreted when I saw it, he's not calling the dude a nigger or nothing like that. But he's like, you know, he's saying, I forget what he said.
He was big time disrespectful though.
But he was big time disrespectful. Yeah. And dude smacked the shit out of him multiple times. You know what I'm saying? Is there any correlation in that? Is that just a totally different situation?
I don't think they're different at all. And for some odd reason, the nigga, not the man in me, says, I understand. if that makes sense.
Yeah. If I'm presented with that same situation, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna say, yeah.
But I giggle my ass off if somebody else do it because motherfucker, they ask for the shit. Like, okay, so in that situation, the white dude asked for the shit.
Yeah,
he was big time disrespectful. Chris was being disrespectful, but I don't know.
He was telling a joke.
The context was different. It was disrespectful. But what it's all in his face is disrespectful. They go around the fucking house. Everybody got in the front row got disrespected by somebody that night.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
So it may not have been by Chris Rock, but everybody got disrespected by somebody that was sitting in their front row that night. You know what I'm saying? And they sign up for that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, they do. When you get front row seats,
Ricky Gervais
they sign up for that when they became celebrities too. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, of course.
And so what I'm saying is that whole paradigm is different. But I think there's some of the same reactions. If you're talking about somebody responding to somebody disrespecting their wife versus somebody using the N-word, I think those are both, you know, primal type of fight or flight, you know what I'm saying, conversations that are being had. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Right.
And so, again, there's no real physical danger, at least in Chris to Jada and Will. There was no real physical danger in that situation. In the other situation, maybe not. I think they're both standing up face to face. Who knows? I think it was a heated discussion.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, no, I somebody said the N-word. I might say something. I might, you know what I'm saying, give him a little nasty look or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I might, you know, I'm aware I might spin their food or something like that. But I'm not about to.
Right.
Yeah, but
I'm not about to react by putting my hands on them either. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But to what we're saying, if I'm at Applebee's having a drink with my lady, and a motherfucker come in and say, "Ha ha, that bitch is trying to try for G.I. Jane," as opposed to we go to a comedy club and someone says that, I'm be like, "Baby, you wanted front row tickets. I told your ass not to get front row tickets for that fucking bald ass haircut. Sit here and take these jokes." You know what I'm saying? One place, I'm expecting. I'm expecting. Actually, that's the joke. As opposed to you straight up insulting me and my lady having a dinner out at night, and I ain't pay for your ass to come here. But also to what Joe said though, at the age of 44, I would like to think that I'm just gonna be like, hey man, just go the fuck on somewhere and tell the bartender, hey man, could you get this motherfucker out of here? And ask him to leave. You're not call me a nigger.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, I don't condone that in any situation. Yeah, if we see it and we you know, I think we had a discussion at the end of the last show. What we do sometimes is we laugh at the absurdity of some of these situations. It is absurd to stand in the black man's face and call him the N-word. You know what I'm saying? Right. I don't think it's absurd to make a joke at a comedy show, and you're a comedian.
Right. No. Yeah, I agree with you. Yep.
Not at all.
You can't think of it in terms of that. You can't assault somebody at work for doing their job while they're at work.
But then also the point still stands, as a black man, if I react to that, I'm still feeding into the fact that you approve of a toxic masculinity, right? When it's appropriate. So the point still stands either way. It's am I toxic all the time? Only when am I an animal when you need me to be an animal? Right. And it's appropriate. But when it's time to say, fuck the black man, they don't care about the black woman, this and that because of their violence, then my violence isn't appropriate. You can't have it both ways, baby.
Can I ask this question?
Shoot.
And we ain't got no women on the podcast. Roger brought it up. You're an animal when you need to be an animal. Did Jada sick him on Chris?
If you look at the video closely, I think she did.
I don't think she said something.
I think she had, yeah.
But I think you have a joke, which he laughs at, and then he looks over there and sees that his mate is hurting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he said, I gotta do something. But also, I think, like I said though, I'm adding to the fact that their relationship has become a meme and a joke over the past 2 years. And now it's being put on display in front of the world.
Right.
Mm-hmm. We've heard from Will twice.
Right.
We've heard indirectly from Chris now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't think we've heard everything Chris has to say on the situation. We ain't heard from Jada.
You know why? Right here. This has been put out there into the ether. And it has not been denied that the reason, like, Will had the apology, but ain't really gotten deep into the psychology of it yet.
She trying to cash the fuck in. Come check out the Red Table Talk.
Nigga, that's what I'm trying to say. This, like when I say it in the chat group that she seems frustrating and exhausting, she do. Nigga, all I want to do, nigga, we have raised, the world might not see it that way, but our children are successful. They beautiful. My kids, because he got kids outside this relationship, are successful and beautiful. I just want to come home, and I don't mean to make a joke here, but to be like Chris Rock would say, and had a big piece of chicken and go to fuck to sleep. I don't want to hear about Augusta or August, whatever that nigga's name is. I don't. what my adult children are doing, I don't give a fuck. I don't want to talk to your mama. That's fine. The red table's in the middle of our fucking living room. I'll be in the other house down the
Watching
street.
the game.
Down the street. Fuck everybody. I just want to come home and chill the fuck out.
Right.
I don't want to come to the red table no more. This nigga, dog, this nigga is us. But he rich. Yeah. And he can't say, I'm tired of this shit.
Right.
I'm tired. Bitch, I'm tired. How many times?
That's what he should say.
Come on.
Say, I'm tired.
Come on. I know we like, hey, love the women. And sometimes they can say, nigga, I'm tired. That's fine too. Women listen to this podcast. Yes, I get it. We are exhausting too. But sometimes a nigga just want to say, bitch, I'm tired. You ain't had a movie in I don't know how long. I'm holding up the goddamn family. And now I got to deal with my fucking marriage being a meme. And now you want me to come to the red table at my low, like the same time he had his highest moment getting the award was his lowest moment. Mm-hmm. What the fuck, dog? Like, bitch, I don't want to talk about shit.
Well, that's when the devil come after you, man. That's when the devil try to get you.
I know it was a joke. I know it was a joke, but that's just real talk.
Yeah, it is.
You supposed to be in my corner fucking protecting me the same way I protected you that night. I don't want to come on your fucking show.
Nigga, have you seen the video of her reaction to him slapping him?
Yeah, I put that in the chat group. Yeah, the
smile
from the back view.
The smile.
The back view, yeah.
Because Chris told the joke. Wow, he just slapped the shit out of me, and the whole crowd laughed, but she laughed with it. Just like Will laughed at the G.I. Jane joke, she laughed at the Will Smith just slapped me joke. You know what I'm saying?
Feeding the toxic shit. Like in the same moment, she should be like, yeah, my husband defended me. You got to be recognizing your husband was out of fucking pocket.
Right.
You got to, y'all a couple, right? We a team. If I'm fucking up, you got to pull me in the same way. Nigga, we ain't none of us married on here. But we hold each other accountable way more than she did her fucking husband that night.
Yeah. Yes, she did.
Yeah, your partner's supposed to
do. Yes, we do.
Like, nigga, you accepting.
Well, I'm gonna say I mean, we don't know what conversations they had and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say that. I don't know. I'm gonna say that I don't know what she did. I don't know what she said. I don't know if she held him. You know, I don't know. You know what I mean? Now, just because she didn't do it in a public forum,
right?
Doesn't mean that she didn't do it.
All I'm going to say, Zeb, is if they have a red talk and they talking about it,
right. Now, if that happens, but you know what they say about if.
Oh, it's going to happen.
If it was a fifth, if grandma had a dick, she'd be grandpa. You right.
Exactly.
Well, all I'm saying is, hey.
But no, you're absolutely right though, bro. If
he show up to a red table like again,
then you're right.
I love Will Smith, but I'm gonna be done with the nigga, dog. I'm like, if he show up to that red table again, I'll be like, I don't know what's going on.
Say first the fat boy.
I mean, you know, he went up there to defend his wife. This is his wife's venture. He's supporting his wife. If he goes back to the red table, I mean, it is what it is. But I'm just asking, has she created an environment where this nigga can't win?
Dog, it's a toxic ass environment.
Absolutely.
Damn, yeah.
Dog, it's she like, did. But also, like, I should, you know what? I'll be failing y'all. But, like, you got also, let's not forget, like, every year she get the fucking shout out to Tupac and how much she meant to him and this shit. Let's not forget, like, after this shit happened and before it happened, this nigga always got to hear how he ain't Tupac.
Mm-hmm. Every year, every time.
That's what I'm saying.
There are people.
Every September.
I will find the videos,
deep, bro.
That nigga, yeah, that's fucked up. Like he chasing a ghost. He ain't Tupac. He's Will fucking Smith.
Right. I know,
yeah.
but when the woman who you have given your heart to is saying nigga, like I get it. That was your boy, but hold on, we can't be married.
Yeah.
I can't.
And that makes it even more, though, Joe. Right? Wouldn't that make it even more because you famous?
And then once a year, you giving a shout out to a dead nigga. I be like, okay, the first 2 years, okay. Then, hey, nigga, we 50. What are we doing?
And it's not like she memorialized Tupac every year, and it's just on Facebook, amongst y'all, the people that she interact with on Facebook or whatever. Like, that's Jada Pinket-Smith and that's Will Smith, so that shit go around the world. You know what I mean? So, like, that's Will Smith, but because it's Will Smith, that makes it even that much more in a way. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. That shit's crazy.
You just reminded me of a conversation I had during my marriage. Like, my ex used to keep her maiden name up on Facebook. And so one day I just had to have a fucking conversation. We're like, yo, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like,
why?
Like, you're not legally that name. Why is that your fucking, well, people from high school who want to get to, I said, you said we 50. You know what I'm saying? I said, we've been married for X amount of time. If they ain't found you by now, maybe you don't need to find them.
Right. Exactly.
I like that.
Exactly.
I like that. But yeah, like, even the recent, like, I don't know. It's crazy. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to keep moving. This is making me irritating. And I ain't got no beef with Jada, but now I'm starting to have beef with Jada because it's like, it's like.
He done worked himself up to a beef with Jada.
She's fucking irritating, though.
What you say?
We running that risk, but I mean, what's the first comment under this shit say? It says, what a ghoul.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Like, come on, man. Jada, like, I don't know, man.
All I'm saying is, I hope it's just talking rumors, but nigga, if I see that shit on that Facebook and Will sitting there with that stupid ass look again, nigga, I'm gonna be like, y'all gonna be like, y'all gonna be posting in the chat group. I'm be like, I ain't talking about it. I'm just gonna put it up on the screen and y'all niggas can discuss it because I'm disgusted. I'm fucking disgusted.
Hey, maybe Will need Moxa, man.
I don't know what's happening. Could we? I should have put the tweets up, but it's just like you got people, not even Jada. You got people out there talking about the reason why is because he ain't Tupac. It's but like, what do you mean by that? He ain't a thug. He ain't killing people. He ain't shooting people. And once again, dog, like, I don't know why. I think, because we talk about like mental health and we talk about all this shit, dog. And it's like, do you want me to be a killer, or do you want to feel safe around me, or do you only feel safe around me when I'm killing niggas? What is it? What is it about what we supposed to do and provide for our community? Can we talk about all the time about the violence in the hood and this and that, and then people shoo black men and say we ain't good enough and we ain't safe enough to be around, but then if we don't provide a certain service, then we ain't black men, nigga. What is it? And like, I hate to go on this horseshoe, but I'm like, I'm hurting, dog, because I'm like, we trying to be better, but you only want us when the worst of us comes out. You can't have it both ways, baby girl. You can't.
I don't know.
People want what they can't have, bro.
Yeah.
What they can't have.
And I get it. I shouldn't use Jada to be. I guess I'm like, it's not just Jada. It's like just what I've seen. Cause we like I thought that this shit would happen and go away. But what I've been seeing on Twitter, dog, for like the last since this shit happened, it's disgusting. It's fucking disgusting.
There was at the Grammys or at the Oscars. I think it was remarkable that people were going around to console Will.
Yes.
Right.
And nobody was around. We didn't see anything about Chris. You know what I'm saying? And now after the fact, he's getting big crowds and standing ovations at his comedy shows. But we didn't see it in the moment. You know what I'm saying? I think there's been a swarming of attention for Jada. And because she got the alopecia and all that. And I'm like, I feel you. You know, you have a condition and you have been attacked knowingly or unknowingly. I understand that's upsetting, but I think this thing blew way the fuck out of proportion. Like, we would have forgotten the joke. Yeah. We literally would have forgotten the joke had this shit not been escalated. You know what I'm saying? But I don't see any evidence of her pulling his coattail and saying, yo, that's not the move. Like they were jovial after the fact. You like you know what I'm saying? Like nothing had happened.
So are you saying that was the move?
Maybe.
I'm not saying.
I mean, not
necessarily.
Not that he may have just felt the moment and slapped him, but was that the move to cause a scene?
But what I'm asking is, what is Jada's role in that?
I'm saying she's part of the plan. She's possibly the orchestrator, but she's part of the plan.
Yeah.
Possibly. I mean, I don't want to get into that. I just.
I mean, and I know we risk being ostracized for you know.
We've done it.
I mean,
we've done it
you said
before.
part of the plan, part of what? That's what I'm missing. Part of what plan?
Well, part of the plan to, I'm saying part of the plan to create a moment from the Oscars to be talked about on the red table. Now,
so you said
that
orchestrated?
moment, I think she may have been, and again, this is all theory and X-Files shit, but she may have been excited because she didn't think he was going to slap him. And he may have felt the moment and said, fuck it, I'm going to slap him.
We saw from the moment, like the Zapruder film, the other angle that we just saw. You know, well, we ain't seen it here, but you don't see that came out. It's from the moment he turns around, he walks back, and we don't see any reaction from Jada. Like we saw the images from around the Oscars of everybody looking shocked and awed at the moment. We haven't seen one image of Jada looking like this was even out of normal. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I just took it as her being stoic about it. You know what I mean? Like she just, I think that I looked at it as like she was also in shock because I don't think that she expected him. You know, I don't think that she expected him to do what he did. And, you know, you don't really know how to react. So you kind of don't react. And then I think you said the other angle, which I haven't seen, when Chris Rock said whatever he said about Will Smith just slapped the shit out of me. And you said she laughed at that or something?
Yeah.
What happened?
But the whole crowd laughed at it. But
so I think it was just, crowd. You know, I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
I mean,
my question is, if you're truly hurt and you're truly bothered about what Chris Rock just said, and you know your husband does this bravery thing move to protect you, and he slaps the shit out of another human being on international TV, like Joe said, in front of the guy in the fucking world, and you don't feel some type of wait a minute, what the fuck just happened? You just laugh at it.
That's a monster. That's a monster.
Well, I don't know if she was truly hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think she thought it was funny. And, you know, but I don't think that had anything to do with how Will Smith reacted, whether or not she was truly, you know, it was just his perception of how, you know what I'm saying, of how she took it. I think he saw her not laughing, and then whatever happened inside of him happened, and he made that move. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying that she sent him up there to do it because she was hurt. I'm talking about the reaction once Will decided. This is on Will. Will decided to do the shit.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. That's what I'm about to say. Don't take it away from Will.
Well, once Will decided to do it, I'm looking at her reaction. I'm looking at, you know what I'm saying? Like she was all aghast that Chris would say this joke. But then her husband just walked up and slapped a man on international television.
I don't think she didn't have an aghast reaction. She didn't have a reaction to Chris Rock's joke. She just was stone-faced.
She had she had a reaction. There was a reaction.
She was just stone-faced.
She rolled her eyes.
She rolled her eyes, but that wasn't like aghast. She wasn't.
But you're missing what I'm saying, Ted. You're missing what I'm saying.
Yeah,
fine.
I think
okay.
So.
But you are.
Go ahead.
But you are. I'm not talking about that reaction. I'm talking about
after. But you're tying it in. You're tying it into her reaction after that. You said that she was aghast. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying I don't think that she was aghast. So therefore, what I'm saying is that her reaction after that, it doesn't seem so fucking extreme, or, you know, it doesn't seem like a big deal to me that she laughed at the joke.
Bro,
now, maybe I'm missing something.
Bro, fuck all of that. I don't care what happened beforehand. Mm-hmm. Her husband walked up at the Oscars and slapped a man.
Right.
And we didn't see a reaction there either. Right. Fuck what the reaction was before. Fuck what Will thought about the reaction. I don't know what you're supposed to do, though. You're supposed to fucking react. Everybody else at the Oscars jaw dropped.
I will say be careful, though, because sometimes the way that shit is edited, and then also here on the American side of things, you really didn't see the slap. Everything we got was from overseas and other feeds.
I'm talking about the private video that was shown on Twitter from the back angle of her laughing after Chris delivered another joke.
Right. I just don't see her reaction as being that big of a. I don't see it as being that.
But I would also say, be careful.
I'm not aghast at her reaction. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't find it that fucking that big of a deal. That's just me.
The fact that her husband slapped somebody on television.
Well, I think a lot of people would just be like in shock, just be like, "Oh shit, what the fuck?" You know what I'm saying? So like right there in that moment,
I would be in shock.
And then when Chris Rock says the thing, then you just kind of giggle at that shit because that's just like the thing to do because that's what everybody else is doing. But you're still in your head like, what the fuck really just happened? You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't be surprised and I wouldn't fault her for not really knowing how to react at that particular moment in the way that you may expect her to react. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so then as the show went on, you saw them he and ha to each other.
Wow.
Like,
I did not see the rest. I didn't see the show in the first place, and I
didn't watch the shows. I'm not saying that you watched the show, but I'm saying I saw clips. And I'm saying to you that from the night on, they acted as if nothing fucking happened. The whole fucking audience acted like nothing happened.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. I don't know what you.
I would say none of the motherfucking rest of the audience was the husband of the nigga that slapped him.
No, I'm talking about them. I'm talking about them in particular. I don't know what you expect. I don't know what they should have. I don't know how they should have reacted.
I expect something.
The rest of the night. What are they supposed to do? Have an argument in the front row the rest of the night or something?
Shit.
All I'm saying is the rest of the audience also is he Han is also the same audience that's now saying they're suffering from PTSD from the event. So you gotta be careful. I'm just saying no. I'm not trying to foo-foo what you're saying. I'm saying is. This is Hollywood. And they some weird niggas, bro. We talk about
and I'm not and I'm not trying to poo-poo what you're saying either, bro. I'm just saying I don't, I'm not
I'm saying
I'm not troubled by however it played out the rest of the program.
I'm just saying I acknowledge the fact that me, Roger, if I was there and whoever I was with slapped the motherfucker, I'd be like, nigga, big-eyed, like woo! But we talked about it lots of times. This is the same Academy Award show that's now going to talking about banning fucking Will, but they giving out awards to Roman Polanski, fucking what's the nigga, the weird white dude who married his fucking stepdaughter, Woody Allen.
Woody Allen.
So this is a group of people who are weird as fuck. We already recognize that they sit there with that who's the white man going to jail, just Bill Cosby, and they've been related. God damn it, the producer
Harvey Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein. Yeah. It's the same group of people who sit with this nigga knowing everything going on. So I'm saying I agree with you. We wouldn't interact that way, but we ain't niggas that's been in this fucking field for years.
Right.
And all I'm saying is the same people who are in that, I ain't saying all of them, but some of the same people who are in that crowd are some of the same people on Twitter who talking about PTSD. And they don't know how to react to this. And they don't know how to deal with this. And this is the most trauma and the most things they ever had to deal with ever. Or some of the same people who are in that crowd. You know what I'm saying? It's a weird. First of all, the whole thing is weird. The whole thing that if you invite Roger Winston to come entertain niggas at your company and one of your employees slaps me, ain't no police or security around to escort the nigga away who slapped the fuck out of me. That's weird to me, right?
That is, yeah.
Because I know for a fact, if I go to a company function and slap the shit out of one of these doctors, there would be no more Brothers Breaking Bread podcast. I mean, there may be more, but I would not be recording that. My ass is going to jail, and y'all not. If I slap one of these Indian doctors, oh nigga, I'm done. You can't just slap $50 million in the face for the ACA and nothing happened to you, nigga. So we know Will Smith worth more than that, and Chris Rock worth more than that. That nigga slapped $100 million
I don't know.
man.
Chris Rock
and
got
sat
divorced
back.
not too long ago.
Huh? What'd you say?
I said, I don't know. Chris Rock got divorced not too long
That
ago.
is true. I'm saying, but the
That
money
nigga
making,
still worth $60 million, bro.
yeah, the money making potential is there. Like,
Yeah,
hey,
for
nigga,
sure.
you can't slap this money in the face and just sit back down and hee-haw with your wife. The whole thing, that's the weirdest part to me. I didn't know that was an option. To slap a nigga and then just sit back down and keep drinking with your
And
wife.
just chill. Yeah, just keep chilling.
Nigga, where do they do that?
Nigga,
the Oscars.
To me, I'm like, that's the biggest surprise to me. Like, I didn't know that was a part of the menu. Oh, I can just slap a nigga in the face
Right.
and then, have a drink.
Hey, that motherfucker's on the menu, but that motherfucker be at market price though.
That's what it costs that shit.
Hey, nigga.
Hey, you almost killed me, Joe.
I think we got a team, nigga. I think we got a team this year. So can this be the third nominee for the Jawan Howard Award, nigga?
Shit.
The Jawan Howard Award.
We got 3 nominees for the Jawan Howard Award.
That is
We
true.
ain't even a quarter through the year yet.
That is true. I did not
Already.
because in my mind I was like, I know even I said on the show, but as I said it, I was like, I didn't even know you could slap even another nigga somewhere in public,
Yeah.
and
Just
nobody
sit down.
and nobody come talk to you, nobody. And on top of that,
Yeah.
you get an award.
But no, and we ain't talked about that.
Yeah.
Right, he basically sat back down, dog. He basically sat back down and said, "Shut the fuck up."
Pretty much.
Yeah, he did.
Like, I slap you now. Shut the fuck
But
up.
hold on. This is what we ain't got into. Is how this nigga went ahead and justified this shit in the ceremony, in the when he accepted his award. Like that whole fucking speech was trash.
It's wild, dog.
It's so fucking wild.
Hollywood is not reality. It's not reality. It's not at all.
It's crazy. That's what they say, man.
You ain't lying. That nigga got up and said God called him to protect people.
and then drug the Williams family through the mud to justify his bullshit.
Right. I was just trying to protect them like Richard Williams protected him.
My nigga,
don't bring me up in this shit.
my nigga Rich dog like, I had real reason to slap a motherfucker, and I never did.
Oh man, nah, man, that's so trash. And then he gonna apologize to the Academy and not to Chris. And then the fucking apology he gave. Everybody like, oh man, that's class. We'll in here apologize. Nigga, fuck, same goddamn energy.
Yeah,
you
real talk.
slap this nigga in front of Earth.
Earth,
In front of Earth.
And then you gonna put a fucking text message out there to get your ass out there on the fucking red table and apologize.
Right.
That's just trash as fuck.
Nigga, what did that nigga Charlie Murphy say? Nigga, back when they used to slap niggas back in the day, they have a duel after that.
They have a duel.
You have a duel.
He said somebody gotta die.
Somebody got to die. And then, so I brought that up. I just mentioned it real quick. My little bit there about that shit was Amy Schumer talking about she's still triggered and traumatized.
Is that what she said?
Yeah, nigga, that's what I'm saying, dog. These people are crazy.
I saw 2 niggas get slapped today.
Nigga.
You need to talk to somebody, Joe?
I
might. That was my childhood, nigga.
Right.
Getting slapped. Brenda, like, you sweep the floor? Yeah, you lied. Whack! Damn, bitch. I was lying, but I deserve to be slapped in the face. Anyway, and then, there was that whole thing going on about, like, because the Academy was trying to look good, saying they had said they had asked Will Smith to leave, and he said no. That was a lie. Because you know it's a lie. Ain't no way them niggas came in there and said, hey, Mr. Smith, you need to leave. No, okay, sir.
Right, exactly.
We're just going to go back up into the...
He said no. What you expect me to do? What
we asked him. Anyway, man, this is... All this shit is crazy. I didn't know that was an option. That's more Will Smith shit.
It's on the menu, bro.
Yeah, it's on the menu.
It's just at market price. That's what I'm telling you.
And then Jim Carrey out here says he's not forgiving as Chris Rock. He slapped Will Smith with a $200 million lawsuit over Oscar's assault. I don't understand what's happening, dog. Like I said when this shit first happened.
What about this though? You brought up Amy Schumer. You brought up Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
What about the white perception of things versus how the black community is accepted? What's going on?
But that's it though. Like I said the most simple shit on Twitter. I said niggas get slapped every day. Oh well, and I don't know how many motherfuckers liked it. This is like I don't know, dog. Niggas like literally, if we breathe, like we talk about crime and shootings in the black community. There's at least 10 niggas getting slapped every second in the black community, dog. At the minimum. At the minimum. And we don't...
And half of them probably happy that that's all that happened.
Happy that's all... Nigga, whether it be you cheat on your old lady, whether you step to the wrong nigga, whether you fucking said something out of pocket to your mama, your grandma, your daddy, there is at least 10 niggas... From the time Zeb said what he said and I said what I said, 100 niggas have been slapped in the goddamn face. That's how prevalent slapping is in the black community. I don't know what's happening out there in the white community, but in the black community, hold on, 200 niggas have been slapped in the black community.
I feel that. Nigga just got slapped. Yep.
It might be a nigga on the podcast. The way the numbers work out, a nigga on the there's a good chance if we go for the next 2 years, at least one nigga on this podcast will get slapped on the podcast while we recording.
Or slap. Or might do the slapping.
There is a nigga that's slapping another nigga on this podcast in the next 2 years, I guarantee it. It won't be rehearsed. It won't be a skit. It's just gonna happen.
That's why we do this shit remotely, because if it was in person, right, to go up, nigga. Somebody be slapped and somebody get slapped, you know.
It'd be like the competitions first in Russia or some shit.
Slap competition.
Yeah, the slapping competition.
Hey, they out there like, we knew there was a reason why these niggas don't record together. They violent. They toxic males. We gotta get rid of them until we need them.
Until we need them.
Watch for the nigga with the talking powder.
Until a motherfucker need to be slapped.
Why that nigga got busted in Target? Why that nigga Bosco walking around with talcum powder in his pocket? Hold
up.
That nigga dusty as a motherfucker.
Got that baby powder.
Hold up. Are y'all saying we nigga trying? We get together, we form a big ass, 5-handed, black ass hand. This nigga trying.
Oh, shit.
Well, I'm like nigga trying to, the jizzle happen to be the head.
I'll form the thumb.
Man, we can put 10 at the head and play the Larry David music, nigga.
Nigga trying.
Oh,
it just
that was unnecessary shrapnel like a motherfucker.
Oh man, that got my stomach hurting. Oh my god, motherfucking grandma reaching her purse. You just hear that. Da 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 da. Okay, all right, I'm done. Woo! All right. Anyway, we ain't got no more tabs, man. I'm still in my.
We have handed out all the smacks.
Yeah.
All the slaps.
All the slaps. I'm still in my feelings about this male toxic shit. So.
Hey, but before we go, can I shout out to Trainer, to Will Smith for the Muhammad Ali movie? That nigga still had muscle memory reflex like a motherfucker.
Yeah, he did.
That's still quick. I don't give a fuck what you say.
He did. Yeah. I don't know, man. I just.
Hey, we ain't do no sports, but I just want to say this real quick, man. LeBron James is a bad motherfucker, but the Lakers suck.
They do. Lakers are trash. I don't even watch a lot of it.
Them niggas suck.
Oh, you know what?
Them niggas can't even get a play-in game.
That's
Nah.
Hey, that's a good.
Okay.
Hey, thank you, brother Zeb. As we go into this weekend, or especially tomorrow, any Final Four picks? Any I guess not Final Four, but final picks for the crew out there.
Duke.
You got Duke, okay.
I'm gonna go with North Carolina. I'm basing this off of nothing other than I want North Carolina to win.
Okay.
Because Duke beat the Fab Five.
Damn.
And
hey, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it did.
Niggas never let that go. I love
that's
it.
How petty. That's how petty.
Damn.
I love it. I love it.
Coach K is great. All that shit. He's a legend. You know.
Yes, he is.
Happy retirement. You know. I hope it comes tomorrow. His retirement.
Okay.
And who's the other game? The other game is Villanova and
Kansas.
And Kansas. Oh God. Bye. I think Kansas is going to win because the old boy from Villanova, he's hurt.
He got fucked
up.
Oh,
yeah. So
that's so sad too. Like final fucking minutes.
Yeah, that sucks.
Game and you get fucked up.
Yeah, that sucks. That sucks. But yeah, because of that reason, I think Kansas probably gonna pull that off.
Okay. Anybody else? Okay. I
not Kansas.
Yeah,
not Kansas.
Not Kansas.
I ain't want to say it, but you know.
I wanted to say, like, for me, it's two parts, right? Not Kansas because fuck Kansas, but not Kansas also because if Kansas loses, I win $110.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you said it last week.
Yeah. So the way I'm looking at it, even if Duke loses, as long as Kansas loses, I still win monies.
You know what, man? Y'all right, man. I can't even. Yeah, fuck Kansas. You're right.
No, I can't do it though. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of Duke, but I can kind of go, okay. Been talking to my sister, and she's like, "Oh, Coach K, and blah 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 blah," because she graduated from there. And I'm like, okay,
right.
You know what? I got. You can add to my agenda of fuck Kansas, and also I want my $110.
Right.
Nothing wrong with that. Gas is high out here. We just talked about that shit.
What'd you say?
Hell yeah.
The gas is high out here. We just talked about this shit. That $110 come in handy.
Hey, I told y'all it cost me like a little over $50 to fill my tank up. Nigga, that's two fill ups. Give me my money. But anyway, yeah, okay, all right, that's good. We got a little sports in. Hopefully, I don't know anything else. I don't know. Anyway, don't go around smacking people just because they say mean words. That's all I gotta say.
Smacking with a lawsuit.
Exactly.
A lawsuit. All right. Anyway, all right, man. Tabs tabulated. Nobody else, no caveats out there, man. Appreciate y'all time.
Of course.
We did it. Vote, because if you vote, you won't have to worry about motherfuckers like Lindsey Graham and Bitch McConnell who won't advance this Supreme Court justice to where she needs to be.
I'm glad you said that, bro. Yeah, I'm going to vote, but I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah,
election day is coming.
Election day, Tuesday. Like I said on Twitter, man, I wish Will Smith would smack motherfuckers at doing the midterms in local elections, because that seems to be the only time you niggas open your eyes up to some bullshit.
Right.
But that's not here. I'm not here to shame niggas. They don't know better. They just niggas.
So y'all hear this shit on Monday?
Y'all hear this shit on Monday?
Mm-hmm.
Go slap a nigga to go vote.
That's right.
I'm lying. Anyway.
Go vote.
Go vote. Yeah.
Just vote.
Go vote.
Just vote.
Yeah. Anyway. Right. It's time for us to round up out this motherfucker, man. Slim AC. 10 meters. Zeb the Soldier. Half of the Buzzer Doom Joe Jeff. I'm the KC Stork. We are Brothers Breaking Bread. Triple B Podcast. Never, ever, ever miss a moment to break bread with your brothers. We out.
break bread with your brothers whenever possible.